The Harley-Davidson Breakout 117's position, especially the rear three-quarter perspective, has a certain aesthetic appeal. The rear tire is a gigantic 240 with a massive curving fender, simple brakes and indicator lights, and a soft-tail rear end that just looks perfect. Due to Harley-Davidson's recent reintroduction of the Breakout to its roster after a brief hiatus. The 114 Milwaukee 8 engines that powered the Breakout when it was last introduced in 2020 has been replaced with a 117 variant of the V-twin engines. A bigger 5.0-gallon gasoline tank, up from 3.5, a 3/4-inch handlebar riser, standard cruise controls, and optional traction controls are further new features. Style is everything with this particular cruiser, but substance isn't sacrificed in the process. The biggest engine now available on a normal production Harley is the 45-degree balanced Milwaukee 8 117 V-twin, which is what powers the Breakout. The 121 models, which the motor company just unveiled, is the top version for 2023. Since its introduction in 2017, the Milwaukee 8 has been offered in 107C and 114C displacements. The engine has changed since then, with the 114 now being the usual size and the 117 being the bigger option on some models, such the Breakout. The Milwaukee 8 117, 1923cc, has a compression ratio of 10.2 along with a bore and strokes measurement of 103.5 by 114 mm, respectively. Its 8 valves are indicated by the prefix 8 in the name. Each cylinder's pushrods and rockers are controlled by a single four-lobe cam, which also operates a single rockers on each heads. Valve clearance is maintained by hydraulic roller tappets. A dry sump is used to provide oil, which is then pumped through the coolant. Heat control is one of the design aims of the Milwaukee 8. The exhaust valve bridge is cooled by tubes that drain oil into a small radiators, and the shallow combustion chamber aids in swiftly dissipating heat. Additionally, the engine idle temperature management systems, a feature common to all Milwaukee 8 engines, shuts the back cylinder if it begins to overheat at a certain temperature. Fuel is injected into the engines by an electronic sequential port fuel injection system, and air is supplied through a chromed heavy breather intakes into the throttle body. It is lit by a pair of spark plugs, one on either side of each cylinders and one in the center of the combustion chamber. Through a 2-into-2 muffler with a catalyst and a chrome heat shield, the burned gas is exhaled. The pulling force at the bar is made lighter as energy is transmitted from the prime mover through a compensator through the chain to a wet multiple clutches with an assist function. The last drives belt then transfers power to the 6-speed cruising drives gearbox and the rear wheels. The swing arm and backbone structure of the long, low Breakout are made of steel. A buried shocks with 3.4 inches of travel and provision for spring preload adjustments through a remote knob are elements of the softtail design. A traditional 49 mm fork with 5 inches of travel is located up front, to the right. Having a rake angle of 34 degrees and a trail of 5.7 inches, the wheelbase is 66.7 inches. With a height of 26.2 inches, the seat is quite low. The stated wet weight, including fuel, is 683 pounds. This Breakout's wheels and tires are crucial to its attitude. The front wheels are 3.5 x 21-inch contrast-cut cast aluminum alloy wheels featuring 26 spokes, and the tires are 130/60-21 Michelin Scorcher 11. 8 18-inch alloy wheels with 240/40-18 tires are mounted at the back. 4 conventionally placed 4-piston calipers gripping 300 mm discs at the front with 2 piston calipers clamping 292 mm discs at the back are used for brakes. Of course, ABS is expected.